What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. This is the third in the series of how to fight the hedgies and win. We went over a small company called GTII and how they have fought the hedgies for over a year, the techniques and strategies they used, what worked for them and what didn't. And I stand by. We can learn from what worked and what didn't work and counter the hedge funds' strategies against us. The last time we saw GTII, their CEO had written market makers and requested that they review their market making activities in GTII shares. We're going to get to that letter in just a minute, but basically he threw down the law and he said, motherfuckers, we know what you've been doing. You know what you've been doing. You better get out now, because we've submitted to the SEC, remember, back here, the right to be able to give a crypto dividend. All right? And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to fast forward just a little bit and let you know that by the time we get to here, GTII has issued its crypto dividend, and I'm going to tell you about it in just a few minutes. But where I'm headed now with you is what the battle is that they've had and how it relates to AMC. Now, first off, on June 23rd, 2022, let's talk about the letter that their CEO sent to market makers requesting a review of their marketing activity in GTII shares. All right, and here's the press release informing their shareholders of that letter, and it says Global Tech Industries Group requests review of market making activities dated June 23rd. Global Tech Industries Group, a Nevada corporation, announced today that it has written to market makers requesting that they review their market making activity in GTII shares. He says if you continue in these market manipulation, then you will be called into question whether you are engaging in bona fide market making and can avail themselves to any locate exemptions afforded by to bona fide market makers when executing short sales. Basically, what he just told them was, if you continue doing what you're doing, you're not going to be able to claim to be a market maker because you're going outside the law when what you're doing. Now, he also said you're not going to be able to be protected by the bona fide market making exemptions rule, because there are times when they can naked short a sale when they have the direct intention or they believe that they can put their hands on that stock and something just fell through. That's a short exemption. Well, they said you're not going to be able to claim that because we're putting you on notice. We know that what you're doing is illegal and we're coming after you. That's what he's saying right here. I love this CEO, man. He is badass. Now, back to the chart, and let's talk about the connection between AMC and what the CEO there just did. Listen to this.
Miracle 2. We put out a press release on Monday, January 25 of 2021 that said we made it. We raised $1 billion and like bankruptcy's off the table and we're fine. Tuesday night, around 6 o'clock in after hours trading, apes arrived and our stock started to explode. And on the Wednesday, January 27th of last year, our stock went from $5 a share to $20 a share in one day. And we traded on the New York Stock Exchange more shares than I know how to count. At the time, we had 100 million shares outstanding. Total share count. And 50 million of them were in the pocket of one large institutional holder who was not trading stock. So we really only had 50 million shares that traded. On that one day, that day that our stock quadrupled, on that one day, we traded 1,250,000,000 shares in a day. We only had 50 million shares that traded at all. And they turned over like 25 times. That's like every 15 minutes, the whole shareholder base in the company is a new shareholder base in the company. And what became very clear in a very short period of time is that all the institutions had sold their shares to all of you.
Now, when I heard Aron give that speech, I said, oh shit, it's on. It's on. 6 weeks after GTII sends a letter of review to the market makers saying, hey, we know what you're doing. It's time to stop. Don't get caught short, pun intended. Get out now. And 6 weeks later, Aron gives the same speech. He doesn't, or we haven't heard of him sending a letter of review, but he stood in front of this crowd and made it perfectly clear to hedge funds and market makers. What you are doing is impossible. Retail owns 90 to 97% of the float. There's no way these shares can be traded at this volume. He's letting the Hedgies know this is his letter of review. You better check yourselves, because we got shit coming up, just like GTII did, that's going to expose you. Get out now. That's what I heard. When I seen that, I said, oh shit. So then I got to thinking. I said, what do we got coming down the line? Well, come to find out, it was this ape stock shit. But what I was really hoping for was that if he took a cue from the GTII CEO and put the hedge funds on notice, because remember, he's always stated, I have no proof there's synthetic shares out there like y'all claim. He's always said that so that when the time came like this, he can say, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing, but this is impossible. They own the float. So I said, well, okay. He took that cue from GTII's CEO. What about the rest of their plan? So I backed up, and I know y'all been cheating, some bitches. Y'all been looking at the pictures and know where I'm going with the story already, because I got the Hycroft mine thing right there. And now we can back up in time and see that on April 10th, when GTII was looking for a platform to house their NFTs, AMC had already established Wax Wallet as the core of our NFT distribution. All right. And then when they came out with an original Picasso NFT that they were going to give us a dividend, I noticed he came out with Hycroft AMC NFT, which is black. And he promises us in September we will receive the gold Hycroft AMC NFT in September. So I was seeing a parallel here. They're fixing to do an NFT dividend to their shareholders of the Picasso. AMC sets up their Wax Wallet. They give us the I own AMC. They give us this one, and they promise us a gold one in September. All right. So I was like, okay, we've got it set up to where we can give an NFT dividend if Aron wanted. So the parallel here is crazy. Here, Aron tweeted, yesterday we emailed unique codes to AMC Investor Connect members to claim our Aron AMC NFTs, closing in on 100,000 of you already, having redeemed, as of noon, more than 200 of these NFTs have been resold with prices as much as $223.80 so far. What a new world we live in. So, I see him testing the NFT platform, Wax Wallet, and how it's going to work with AMC. So, I see the NFT dividend coming for AMC. And then the next thing we know, we are being issued a new stock ticker, APE, that's going to give each and every shareholder a share of APE, believing that this is a pounce, that it will expose the shorts that we believe's there, not him. He worked with us on that, supposedly, hypothetically. But in the meantime, GTII, after 4 months, they have put in for their art dividend, the Picasso. SEC still hasn't responded to their request. And it's that simple. All they got to do is read it, check it, and they could have approved it and be done with it already. But the SEC is holding it up. And they said, you know what, fuck y'all. We're going to go ahead and issue a crypto dividend. And they put in a request for that right here. Right here on June 17th. We can see in Bloomberg that Global Tech Industries Group updates its shareholders on the status of the digital dividend. And it says, Global Tech Industries Group, blah, 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 announced today that it has been in communication with FINRA regarding its digital dividend recently offered to shareholders of record as of May 9, 2022. The company submitted its application to distribute the dividend to the FINRA portal on May 3rd, 2022. FINRA responded with several questions for the company regarding how it came to acquire the Shiba Inu tokens. In case you didn't know, that's a big revelation. They paid out a dividend, a crypto dividend, and the crypto dividend was paid out in Shiba Inu token. So every shareholder got Shiba Inu token as a dividend by GTII. And if you click on their home page, you can go claim your crypto dividend. So, now, where are they at? They have put them on warning. Get out now, because we're fixing to issue this crypto dividend of Shiba Inu. And they did. Aron put them on blast and said, hey, there's no way you could trade in this volume. Retail owns 90 to 97% of the float, and you're doing this every day. He put them on blast. He put them on notice. We know what you're doing. In other words, get out now. So the little run-ups we could be seeing is from the get out now speech that he gave. But that's the connection that I've made so far. Now the next video that I'm going to be working on, which I have to do later on today, is the NFT dividend. All right. The SEC has continued to block GTII from being able to issue the NFT dividend. I really hope you like watching the story of GTII's fight and struggle against the shorts in their short squeeze. I'm going to be back a little later. It's time for me to get ready to walk next door and drink coffee with him and see how he's doing. I'll be back a little bit later today to talk about the Shiba Inu crypto coin that GTII gave, and we're going to talk more about NFTs, dividends, and that fight against the hedge funds. So I'll be back a little bit later. Love y'all, be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.